There you go, glasses. You can bring your favor, please. If you go downstairs, just bring the glasses when you come up here. Thanks. Hello, good night, Soupy. Good night. Thank you so much for joining. Guess what, people? It's the weekend. It's the weekend. No work tomorrow. It's the weekend. 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 It's the weekend. It's the weekend. Oh Lord, and I'm happy for that. People, me tired, me tired, me tired. I'm so happy. No work tomorrow. I can stay home. I can idle. I can watch Three Body that I want to watch from when on Netflix and any other show that I see come out. I can play a little bit with my boy, run up and down with him and him dog a little bit. We can go cook some, no, so the time to add for soup. We can go drink soup right now. Oh, I the greatest. How you doing? Good night, good night. Yes, please, as you come, guys, please hit up the live. Please like up the live for me. And I can do so much thing. I can do a whole heap of thing tomorrow. Because me not have no work. But you know what's the most important thing that I'm going to do? Lie down and sleep. Oh, God. If you all had a week like the one that I had, trust me, I should not know me happy, say it done. Me really, really happy. Sometimes when you did it, and you try process certain things, it's like the brain literally freeze. I was saying to someone that I really think it's time now for me to take vacation. I'm scheduled to go off on vacation in the summer, but me I said maybe me have to go even take a 3 days or so. Yes, yes, yes. I heard about it. 4 point something. So I'm glad it wasn't worse, and I'm glad everyone is okay. Did you feel it? So I was saying, as you come, guys, please hit the like button. As you come, please hit the like button for me, please. Hi, Sandy. Welcome. So I was saying to someone that it seemed like I'm going to have to move up my vacation, even if it's just 3 days, because you see, when your body start to talk to you, you better just answer and just do it one. Tell if you do. Just relax and take it easy. Now, you see, people, you see, sometimes when you talk to individuals, it lets you appreciate life. When you speak to a person, it does make you be thankful for the life. Oh, wow, your first experience. Wow. Okay, then. I hope it wasn't as bad and it won't give you a phobia. Well, let me call it the earthquake phobia, because you have some people, when they feel it, any little thing, any little jerk that they feel, they think it's an earthquake because of the trauma that the earthquake come with. But I'm happy that you're okay, really happy. You see, when I look at it, you see how often these things are happening right now, the earthquakes. Say one day we're going to get a really bad one. And when me look at even what happened in Jamaica, me think it going to happen. And now the US, when I heard about it, I was like, in New York? Because I was like, okay. It's just weird. But back to what I was saying. Sometimes when you speak to individuals, it let you appreciate your life. It does make you really and truly be thankful for everything that you have, everything that God has blessed you with. And tonight I'm going to speak. Let me refer to tonight as a family night. Let me simply say that. I'm going to speak about success. So, Lord of mercy, you hear my mind there? Lord of mercy. Oh, success. Oh, Jesus. Oh, have mercy, Lord. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Sometime. Oh, hello, Monique Price. Veronica Darby in New Jersey, too. Okay. Okay then. Yeah, a Jamaican. Yes, yes, Monique. The greatest laughing. I guess I know what you're laughing about. But anyway, you see, sometimes you have to think about making arrangement for your children so they can succeed in life. I was speaking to someone, and when we were talking, this is someone that have three children, and this is someone who is in a very, very good job. And when I was speaking to the person, and they let me know that their eldest is going to start university come September. And she was basically saying that right now she can't think straight because he want to go to UE and he want to do maths. And she don't know where she going to find the school fee from. So when she said that, me fast people, me say, huh? I said, what you mean you don't know where you're going to find the school fee from? She said, Kate, me don't know where I'm going to find the school fee from because I don't have it. I was like, so oh, you don't have it? Me say, so yeah, your husband don't never start a saving plan or start to make arrangement. She said they always plan on starting. She said at one point they had a Scotia Bridge account and something happened and they had to close it. They had to use the funds, but they never get back in starting another one. So now the child want to go to university and they don't know where the money coming from. Then she started talking about the next one now, our daughter is growing and everything can't fit her now. She said, this is a lady, she shape good and she's on the thicker side, but I want look good thickers. So what I realized is that her daughter is heading into the same position like her with the body shape. So she was saying that even her daughter, every minute she have to buy clothes and so forth, and she don't know how she going to manage with everything. And she was there and she was talking, and I was like, "So you try to order on Shein, people?" I asked her if she tried to order on Shein. I told her about Fashion Nova, and the lady said her daughter don't want nothing from Shein because the daughter says Shein is not a brand and I paid cheap stuff sell on Shein. I was like, okay. So I said, but you still have other side. I said, you have the children place, you have cookies, kids, you can go and you can get some nice clearance and sometimes the items that they sell, it can fit a 14-year-old. So you can do that. She said, it don't make no sense. I was like, okay then. And she was there and she was talking and everything that she said, she talked about all of her three children. Only the young one seemed like everything is fine because it seemed he's going to primary school and he's just a easygoing. When you're young, reach a teenage part yet where the chaos, the confusion, all of that. So he's good. So she was there and she was talking, and I was sitting there, people, and I was staring at this lady. When I said I was staring at her, I mean, I was staring at her, and I was like, oh, she end up in this position because she's in a good job. Her husband is a teacher, so both of them work in government jobs. And I was listening. I was like, oh, them end up in this position. Me don't know why, but people always are telling me about them business. And I was like, oh, she end up in this position where her eldest is going to start university, can't find the money. And I was sitting, and you know what? I realized a lot of us, we have children, and we believe that they're going to be young forever. We believe that they're not going to grow up. We believe that they are going to be our babies forever. So because of that, you keep on putting off their future. When you're supposed to start that saving account, you put it off. When you're supposed to make sure that you have some good family time with them, you put it off. And you have thrift stores as well. Sometimes you find hidden treasure. Well, as far as I see it, her daughter is in second form and is a little atty when I look at it. And when I listen to her speaking, the young girl is a little atty. So I don't think she go want them there. She want brand name and so forth. As you come, guys, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button for me. So I was saying to myself that we don't realize that our children, they are going to grow up. They are no longer going to be children where you just have to worry about snack. You just have to go worry about little food if you give them and send them to school. No. It's going to come a time when you're going to have to worry about the university fee, when you're going to have to worry about paying the boarding fee, when you're going to have to worry about giving them the pocket money and all of that. So what I realize is that we are having children and we're not planning for their future. That is what is happening. We're having them, and we're not planning. And I'm not talking about those who are not in a position to plan. Because you have some people, them have to live from hand to mouth, paycheck to paycheck. Then can't make no plan. The only thing they can plan about is where them are going to go, where them are going to get the next meal from, where they're going to go to also. That is the only thing they can plan for. I'm not talking about those people. I'm not talking about the people who earning the minimum wage and all of that. I'm speaking about the individuals who are in very good positions, good job, but because of whatsoever happened in their life, they fail to plan for their children's future. Those are the individuals that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people who are nurses, doctors, lawyers, secretary, accountant, social workers, paralegal. Those are the individuals that I'm talking about, the police and so forth, the police officer. Those are the type of individuals that I'm talking about. Because it no makes sense. You have the children and you don't start to plan for their future. You see, if you start the saving account and you realize that, okay, they're not going to go university. Them say they want to go learn a skill. At least at the end of the day, anything that is in that account, you can hand it over to them. It belongs to them. So they can take it and they can go and start a life for themselves. Whether it be to open a business or to go move and go on their own, they can use it and start their life. But imagine when you work 30 something years, 20 something years, 15 years of your life, you have three children, your eldest now ready to start university, and you're going to say you don't know how that child is going to, not even the first year school fee you have, and you're there, you know within yourself that, okay, I am an accountant, my husband is a teacher, we're making some money, we're in a nice government job and so forth, and you don't make the plan. Those are the individuals that I'm talking about. Krista Roden, yes, big up, good night, good night. Those are the individuals that I'm talking about. Because when I was listening, I was shocked out of my whiz. Because I was sitting there and I'm like, oh, can you? I even said it to her. I said, no, Mr. I'm disappointed in you. Because I think out of anybody else, you're supposed to know better. I saw me look on things. So I would say to every single parent out there, once you can spare, whether it be a 20 US, a 50 US, a 100 US, or even a $10, spare it, put it in an account for your child, put it down for them future. If you're in Jamaica, if it's just $5,000 per month, put it down. If you realize that you can't save it like that, get a 5-gallon. You know the back of them, the oil buckle or the bleach buckle of them where we in a Jamaican, get one and start throw some silver in it. Every day you go on the road, whether it be $10, $20, $5, $50, $100, put it in there. But when you have no pitney them and when you no pitney them ready for go start school, you worry where you go get loan from. Don't. And what I realize is happening is we have our children, we fail to plan for them, and then you realize that everything else you find time to do. You find the money to go on the vacation, You find the money to buy the expensive handbag. You find the money to put on the nice hair. You find the money to wear one of the nicest shoes and all of those things. But you can't find the money to put a $5,000 aside for your child. As the pitney born, start to plan for the child future. What if you're not around when that time comes? What is going to happen? So if it means that you have to call an insurance advisor, a financial advisor, insurance agent, if you take out an investment policy, if you take out a life insurance on yourself, do that. And make sure you say your pitney name, they all over upon it. You put someone who you can trust as the trustee, just in case anything happened to you. But don't have the child, and when the child finish sixth form, ready for finish upper six now, for sure, how far the pitney reach, at that time, you go start run up and down. I say, you want money if you go pay this university fee. Even if you don't have for the entire 4 years of the university, make sure that at least for the first year, for the first semester, you have that amount put aside. So at least when the child start now, you can say, okay then, me can go and join a partner, throw some money here, so and so forth. You have to do that. Me say a friend of mine is in a partner, and he said that the partner is $20,000 per week, and the draw is 1 million something Jamaican. I want long something. Because when me say no, sir, me can't show partner for so long. Let me money go long a bank. Me can't go do that. Me not so disciplined. Make it come out and go on. You see, you have to do those things. And you see, when you get it, if you know say you can't go save, try in the partner. You see, when you get the partner job, you take it and you go dash in the account. You put it in the account and you said, okay, this is my pitney college funds. You don't have to put everything, You can put, whether it be half, 100,000, put something there. Because at the end of the day, you're going to realize today, they're a month old, tomorrow, 6 months, next week, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 5. As you blink, a big man and big woman. I saw it go. Then no sit down and wait for you to make the plan for them. You see, the funny thing is, remember, they were comfortable anywhere they were, and we go fast and get them. So you see, when we go fast and get them, we have to make sure, say, they are good. They are good. I remember some time ago I was speaking to someone, and he has a son, and he's always on the tablet. When I said on the tablet, I mean this little boy, he will sit from morning till evening. Sometimes if you not say go eat, him not eat. Him just sit on the tablet. And I was saying it's not healthy. That is not good. You need to play. Me say you need to try to play with him and so forth. Because that is the next thing that I realize that we are doing. We are letting technology raise our children. You see, sometimes when they're miserable and then turn bad, you turn on the TV and you put it on. Me guilty, Me guilty. When me say me guilty, me mean me guilty. Me have a 2-year-old act like him a big man. And anytime he get fussy, me turn on the TV and me find this monkey thing on YouTube. Oh no! That monkey thing. And me put it on it, and him sit down quiet and him stare. Sometimes I sit down and I watch it with him too. I will laugh because me know, oh no! That is his favorite word. Oh no! So me guilty. Me no innocent with this. But what we're doing is that we're letting technology raising our children. Before we spend the time with them, we're giving them the tablet, we're giving them the phone. And that is what they're sitting down looking at for hours. No, you see, the nicest thing that you can give. These iPad kids are crazy sometimes. They're addicted. They are addicted. And that was what I was saying to the person, because his son will sit from morning. We went on the road and I was like, why you never bring him? And he was like, him good man, him good in the home, in the him tablet. Me see me up on the phone because he have camera and he must show me. Me say, yeah, but Him eat, him saying food there and so forth. No, me not like them something there. I don't like it. Even though me make him watch a TV, me make him play with him tablet sometime. But you see, when me realize that if him in it too long, I tend to pull it away. But pull it away because I don't want him to get addicted to it. That is the honestly truth. And we now are depending on technology to raise our children. We are depending on technology to do everything for us. When you look at it sometime, okay, just put the food right there, put the mac and cheese in the microwave, you turn it on. I'm not talking about the mac and cheese or you prepare, May I talk about the frozen one that you purchase, you put it in the microwave for 3 or 4 minutes, warm it up, the people them eat. As so far it reached now. I remember the other day, my son wanted something to eat, and him love yogurt, and I was giving him the yogurt. And I was thinking, I'm going to say, I'm going to cook some white rice, because I love eat rice. I say, I'm going to cook some white rice and chicken. And so when I think about it, I kiss my teeth, I'm going to give him yogurt, I give him one sachets, and I give him one juice. And this when I give him, I say, no, man, I want big broccoli sauce, mama. And that me say, no, I want big broccoli sauce, mama. Because I was sitting for the entire day, me not do nothing. I lie, me did do my schoolwork. Different from my schoolwork, me never do nothing. And the baby was hungry. And look at me game. Before me go cook the food. And I know that if I did, the little boy would have enjoyed rice like crazy. Even though when he done, would have to take the broom and up. Because I saw him eat. All in my ear, you that's the rice. All in my pump, everywhere. Sometimes you see one little piece each pan in nose. And I say, look at that. Me know say would have enjoyed, but because I was feeling lazy, I didn't do it. And that is what we're doing. We take the easy way out when it comes on in raising our children. The easy way out to feed them. The easy way out to calm them. You're not going to sit and say, okay, baby, why are you angry? Why are you upset? And so forth. Because so when you give them the tablet, then quiet. You know what I find out? You just give them the tablet. You just push it in their face. You still don't know why in the first place they had a temper. You don't know. You just give them the tablet and it leave at that. All children, all children eat like that, but but trust me, because of that, because of the way in which he eat, trust me, I'm afraid sometimes we give him food. Because me take the little man, sometimes I say, the little pitty and nasty. In show the food, you give him the food in the plate, and the food in the plate when he eat, the pitty take a plate, empty out the food pan the ground or in a table, and then he eat it out. I'm like, so what? It tastes nicer there? When it's on the floor, it tastes nicer. But just if it just smell, sometimes I say a good thing, the floor clean. You give him the juice, and him have this little table thing with a cup holder, and you give him the juice, say him take the juice and him squeeze it in the cup holder, squeeze it out, and then put on him mouth and start lap it up like what him see the puppy do. That's what the little boy do. The other day I saw him and he was eating his chicken, and the little boy again, dog. Me have to run and say no, because here in Jamaica, our dog not so clean. So him give the dog and then he ready to go eat it. I was like, no. The other day he had his pizza. And the little boy I give the dog the pizza. And when me look, he might eat the pizza, the dog. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Sometimes I wonder how him not sick. And the funny thing is, I remember when he was maybe about 1 and I realized that he loved dogs, I said to my mother that I have to get a dog for him so both of them can. Oh, he's not really a dirty mongrel, but because him outside, he mix with the dirty mongrel. And that's the thing. He's not a dirty mongrel, but because he's outside, he might mix with the dirty mongrel them. And no matter how we tie them up, I don't want them to go mix. The next door neighbor dog, them always find, me don't know how. All when you block up the place, them still find way for come in the yard. And that happen. So I was like, oh jeez, him not get sick. But thanks be to God, him not get sick. That's all me can say because I don't know. But we take the easy way out when it comes on to raising our children. The easy porridge, you buy the porridge, instant porridge, you put it in, put little water, microwave, it ready. And them something there are gone. And them something there are gone. You know, and get up again, and make your cornmeal porridge and store it. Hey, people, that's why I love my mama, you see, Jesus Christ. You don't want to do them something there. You realize that the grandma, them no business, then make them porridge, then do this. And sometimes you have to wonder how them find the time to do it. But then again, they're not working. Well, my mother not working. She at home with him. So she have all the time. But we are taking a shortcut when you think about raising our children. Everything we want to go the shortcut. For calm them, tablet. For feed them, instant food. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, it ready, microwave. And then sometime when them get sick, we wonder how them get sick. And then something there cause it too. So what I would say to every single parent tonight, make sure that you spend the time with your child, with your children. You see, when I listen to my friend, and she was speaking about her daughter, because after she stopped talk about her son, because her son is brilliant, Jesus, peace, people. The boy bright him, bright him, bright him, bright. The boy get one in a this a maths, one in a data maths. I not even know so they have so much level in a maths, in a CSEC. Every single one that you can think of. Maths, econ, accounts. The young man is brilliant when it comes on to numbers. Brilliant. So she don't have any problem, behavior problem with him and so forth. But the daughter no. So she come off him and she start talk about the daughter. And I think she's on tonight. Hey, let me call you A. Welcome, A. I know that you're on because I text you before I started. So welcome. So she have her daughter, and her daughter, 14, the girl, one of them big 14, that's how she is. But as I said before, her mother is at Tickers. And her daughter, 14, and she start talk about the daughter, how the daughter is, and so forth. The people just hard for deal with. When me say hard for deal with, hard for deal. When she are talking, I have to say, thank you, God, me not have no girl. Thank you, Lord, me not have no girl pick me. Thanks, me not have no girl pick me and raise. And them something they may talk about. And it's like everything that she want, it have to be of a certain brand. It have to be of a certain style for her to actually want to wear it. She don't want to wear anything that is simple. The unknown, it have to have a brand. And what she said is that her sister overseas is the reason why she's like that. Because the sister overseas buy up the something them and send them down to her. So everything, the Gucci, Chanel, all of them something there, the sister overseas buy and send down, because the sister overseas don't have no pitney. So she take care of her niece. So because of that now, the mother have a hard time providing for her and so forth. So when me sit down, I may think, I say, no man, thank God, me not have no girl pitney. When me say to A, she say, yeah, you have to say thank God, because me sorry say I never the two boy them alone me have. She said the boys, they are so, she said her boys are wonderful. They're not getting no talking. The boy help her out in the house, and she said her daughter lazy, she lazy, she lazy, she lazy. She said if she everything she would not mind her father give her. She said she not give her, but her father will carry the food go give her. When she don't eat, the father will go take it up, the one girl, and so forth. So she said she not do it. So, but her sons are wonderful. She love her daughter, she love her daughter. It's just the attitude. I had to explain to her that, understand, say a teenager, she'll go through that phase right now. So maybe in the next 3 years, she will change. Guys, please hit the like button for me. Please hit the like button and so forth. So she was like, yeah. When me tell her, I said, trust me. You see, what you just say me disappointed in you, so till it's a shame. And that me said to her, me said, you're supposed to know better. For plan for your pitney future, you're supposed to know all of them thing there. When I had the conversation with her before she moved, I said, just hold on, I'm gonna make a call because she have the 14-year-old and the next one is younger. Me say me I gonna make a call. Me make a call to a surgical guy that I know. Me say such and such one. She say, who this? Me say talk to the person. Me say talk to the person. And she said, all right, then she talked to the person, she give him her number. So they're going to communicate. And I said, good. Make sure say you're gonna take out a plan and you're gonna do some investment. You start small. If you can't make sure so when she reach 18, 19, she can at least have the money to go to university. She did that and she laughed and she said, say, easy. Me say, what me do now? She said, you cuss me out. She said, me shame her like dog. But you see, at the end of the conversation, she tell me, say she appreciate it. Because me cuss her. I'm like, me never cuss you like dog. So, oh, you going to tell me, say, me cuss you like dog. I know you going to tell me, say, you appreciate it. And what I realized is that listening to her, she took away something from our conversation. She said that it helped her because really and truly, what she did was she sit and she make time catch up on her because she never knows say it did go happen so fast. That's what she said. And she said right now she's going to start to prepare for the next two. And she now going to start to prepare. And you see, I started to look at everything in my life. And I said, no, as a mother, as much as how I'm a single mother in some way because I'm the one raising my child, I said I have to do better. I have to do better. So when I was listening to her, I take away that because I said I want to make sure that I provide for my son the best way I can. I want to make sure that at the end of the day, he is fine. More make sure say at evening time, as much as or when me reach home, me tired, more make sure say me play with him, even if it's just an hour. More make sure say me just play with him and me spend that time with him. Good night, Kirk. How you doing? How you doing? I just want to make sure that I do that. Because you see, if you don't spend the time with your kids, they're going to spend it on the phone. They're going to spend it on the tablet. Oh, let me tell you something about the tablets now. I don't think a lot of persons realize what is happening with the tablets. You have games that you can connect with other players. So you see, sometimes when you see a child sitting down with the tablet and you say, okay, they're playing the game, they're not playing it alone. Sometimes this person will connect with them, and they will sit and play with that person. You don't know who they're playing with. So you see, sometimes when you see them with the tablets and you look and you see the games on it, click on the game. Try to understand. Try to look if it's one of those interactive one where they can go and connect with other players. Make sure you do that because you have to protect them. Sometimes we have some perverts sit down out there, and then know say they pick them on them game site here, them have them game here play, and because then we sit down and play with the pitney them, and then when you check a stock, then we did it. All right, this is my email or this is my number. WhatsApp me. So make sure exactly, Miss Price. Make sure you supervise them. Don't leave them alone with it. Make sure you know what they're doing. Make sure you know that. The next thing also is that we have our children, and because of how busy our schedule is, we don't take the time out to help them with their homework. We don't teach them. We left everything for the teacher to do. Sometimes when you listen to them and you say count, and you're gonna say, but wait, the teacher never teach you that. When me I pay the money for, hey, they're around you, you're the mother. So make sure that you teach them, teach them, teach them good from bad, right from wrong. Teach them. Don't leave it up to the teachers, the caregiver when they go to the daycare. Don't leave it up to those people to teach your child. Make sure that you take the time out of your schedule and spend it with them. If it means that you have to run up the staircase and count 1, 2, 3, make sure you do that. Make sure. My mother is an exercise junkie. Let me simply refer to her as that. She will stand up and she do every evening this lady exercise. Sometimes I born me, you see. Because sometimes I come home, I say I go exercise with her. I can't do it. I can't do it. We are me tired. Sometimes I do it like for 2 minutes and I say, with my big belly hang over. Tired like dog, the way my hand fit. Tired like dog. And she did it. You see, she turn up 1 hour. Born me, you see? And she almost 16, and that she do. So what I realized that she was doing is that she was leaning up against the wall and she was doing her squat. Each time she got down, she count 1, 2, and she start. People, when me realize my fitness start though, I count, or him count, him go lean up on the wall. 1, 3, 5, 10. I saw him fitness start count. And I'm like, what? Because of what him see his grandmother doing. So that is what he's doing now. You see him stand up and you see him start kick out his foot and he start do all sort of something and start move up and down because that's what he see her doing in the evening. My mom too running up and down the stairs Jesus peace 100 times and she's 61. Jesus peace. You see what me I talk about? Me I tell you man, I remember some time ago, my Mrs. Sar was here and she was there exercising. And immediately I say, imagine, because the two of we sit down and look at her, the two of we would we all lazy self. Sit down and look at her and the two of we young. And we not do it, And he did the animal watch her and me I watch her. And the two of we just sit down and watch I look at the woman. I exercise. I was like, okay. What he's doing also is the same stairs thing, but I was the one that teaching because when I count and I exercise, it's just when I come up from downstairs to upstairs, 1, 2, 3, and that's what I do. In love for draw. Oh, Jesus. This young man, in love draw. In love, when me say in love draw, I mean in love draw. In love use tools. I think that's the reason why also I realized that his stepdad, him love him. When me say love him stepdad, him love him stepdad. And what I realized, I'm wondering if it's because he always play with him and he's someone who use tools and fix things and so forth. So anytime I'm fix something, you see him did it. Same thing with him uncle, him did it and him peep and him fix and so forth. My mother is the first preke, that's how we refer to it. So my mother is the first preke and his stepdad is the second preke. Right now, this preke, the other day we I said, no worry man, next week Tuesday your preke will be back. That's how we refer to it. As because so it stay. And what I realized is I was looking and I was saying to myself, here I have one pitney. Me not think me I gonna have no more based on my age and my schedule. And lifestyle make it even worse. Me not think me I gonna have none. No more. So me have my one. And I was thinking to myself, how much am I teaching this young man? And as a teacher also, how much am I teaching him? Because I'm going to be honest, I'm not teaching him a lot. Yes, I purchased the learning charts for him. Him have him painting set, him have him scrapbook, him have all of that. But what else? I'm not doing much. And that is what I realized because I believe I'm talking before conversation, I was saying he's going to preschool, everything, and it's a very good preschool, one of the very best here in Spanish Town, in St. Catherine, so everything is good. And when I really look at it, I'm like, no, but I'm supposed to be doing much, much more in terms of his education, and especially being someone who is, or well, not who is, who was a teacher. And Miss Price, you're a teacher too. Okay, wonderful. I'm supposed to be doing much more. And I was like, no, I'm not doing anything much. I'm not doing it. And I was saying that I need to make some little learning games for him. And I was looking on YouTube and I saw somewhere they use the caterpillar, the colored sticky pad, and cut it out like a caterpillar and put words and numbers on it. And me say, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it. I said I'm going to order some on Amazon or go to the stationery store here in Jamaica and sit and just do it with him, because I believe that I'm supposed to be doing wholly more for him. We can't allow teachers to be doing everything for our children just because we are sending them to school, just because we are paid the 40, the 50, the 60,000, the how much US per term for them, does not mean that we're not supposed to do our part. We're supposed to do it. And I was thinking and I was looking, I'm like, yeah, that is what I need to do. I said it some time ago because he's two. And I was saying it to someone that I am actually worried. And let me tell you the reason why I'm worried. When I look at the relationship that this 2-year-old have with his stepdad compared to the relationship that he has with his dad, that's the reason why I'm worried. Because here him have a man that is around him. Sometimes, well, most times, sometime when he's here, and play with him and everything. When you look at, I'm like, okay. And that's the reason why I'm worried. Because I always believe that when a father's supposed to be a father, supposed to be there every single step of the way. And you see, when time you have someone now who step up to that and start to be attached to the person, you realize that deep down, especially when they're so young, 2-year-old, maybe by the time the pitney reach 5, 6, 8, 10, what is going to happen? Only that person, I'm not going to know say the other person is his biological daddy, yes, but what is going to happen? So I always say to myself, those are the things that I'm worried about. Hi, Miss Silver. Good night. Good night. Thank you so much for joining. As you come, please hit the like button for me, please. So I was saying that I'm worried. I'm worried about it. Oh, you work with children for over 25 years now. Wow. I don't know how to do it. Teaching practice. I'll know I'm not going to further than that. Me run left them from teaching practice. Run. Like bolt. I never go any further. I just say, you know what, I'm going to do something else. And I just leave it at that. But when we look at certain things, you have to wonder, what are we teaching our children? What are we doing really for them? Because when you speak around them sometime, and when you listen to people, when they speak around the children and the stuff that they're saying, you have to wonder if they don't realize that these little human beings, a sponge, them brain soak up everything, literally soak up everything. What would happen? I don't understand. Yes, you got to love them. You got to love them. I don't think it's an easy job. Don't think it's an easy job. But you have to be careful what you say around them, what you do. That is the most important thing. I always say it. Maybe people look at me and say I'm old fashioned, but I said it on more than one occasion. Not even kiss me, not kiss me in front of me, pitney. I don't know if I'm old fashioned. I'm being honest. I don't know if I'm old fashioned. When I was saying it to someone, the person said, "Okay, you have to remember still, and everybody privileged like you, we are gonna have one room for them at such a young age where you can put them in a them room, or then can go sleep with grandma or stay in a grandma room or so." And I was like, yeah, but you still have to be careful. You have to be careful what you do around them. You have to be careful what you say around them. The other day, when it was sports day, it was a sports day I went to, and I hear a little boy, and the little boy say a B word. And the little boy say to me, see me I look on him, because this is like a 4-year-old, And the little boy cussed the B word. I was like, wow. Me just look at him, And I don't know if it was his mother, but the lady I did will laugh. I was like, wow. So we just have to be very careful how we hack around them and what we say. The next thing also, you see, because of how busy our schedule we work, people like me, who work at Kingston and live our bush place at St. Catherine. When I live in the town part of St. Catherine, people. You must hear when I talk to me some when I talk to you, hear my dog them in the background. And if I do an early morning video, you hear the cock them a crow. Cricket and all of them up there bush me live country. And I work in New Kingston. So the journey from where I live to New Kingston on a school morning when traffic is on the road, it is 2 hours and 15 minutes. Yep, even when you take toll. And I'm talking if you leave out like 6:30 to 7, that is what is going to happen. Sometimes it can take you 2 hours if you go round Mandela, go around all of that 2 hours. If you take the toll, maybe 1 hour and something. But even sometimes when you take the toll, and if no accident got happen upon it, hey, you better drop your handbrake and put your car in a park and just go and relax because you now move. So because of how far you work and where you live, you wake up sometime. Well, my phone alarm 4:45 every morning. You wake up 4:45, you get up, you spin around, do what you're supposed to do, make a sandwich. By the latest 6 o'clock, 6:15, you head out. When you reach back home, 7 o'clock, 7:30 or to 7, you reach home tired like dog. You sit down, you eat. Sometimes you not even get no time to eat. When you're tired, you sit down at the settee and you just drop asleep. So because of how hectic your work schedule is, you don't get no time at all to spend with your children. You don't have that family time. And even on weekends now, when you say that, okay, you're going to have that time. Sorry. Guess what happened on weekends? You have to wash, you have to clean, you have to make sure so everything all right. And if you are somebody like myself who is going to school, you have to catch up on your schoolwork. You have to do your assignments. So really and truly you wonder how you do it. But you have to find time to spend with them. You have to have that family time. So whether it be you go and you paint with them, if sound like you live in the hills, actually I do, I live in the hills. Correct. Right. You paint with them. If it's someone who love the outdoor, you take them outside with the bike, you teach them how to ride, you push them, you do something, you play games. If you have to, you sit, you watch some cartoon, some Cocomelon or something with them. But you have to make sure that you spend the time with them. And I'm being honest. The other day, my aunt said, so I'm call it to Mimi. Because him call me Mimi, him call my grandmother Mimi. Me say, him just call it to Mimi. So when he reach older, we just have to go teach him the difference. Like when he reach 3, we say, okay, grandma, I tell him Nana, but it seemed like he can't process the Nana yet. So I said, when him older, we tell him grandma, mommy, so he can understand. But you just have to make sure that you spend the time with them, ride with them, go for a walk with them. If they love to play with ball, you go and you throw the ball all over with them. That is one of my son's favorite activity, playing with the ball. You throw it up and you run it down and I dead will laugh. Catch it, try catch it, poor thing sometimes. He will claim say catch it, and you just have to laugh. Good night, Justin. Good night. As you come, guys, please hit the like button for me. Please hit the like button. So you just have to make sure that you spend the time with them. You see, most times you realize, that we are so busy. We spend the time in the office. Sometimes to catch up, then even go back at the office on weekend. They realize, so yeah, miss out and all of that because every single second you're away from them, something is happening in their life that you, the mother, the father, not being a part of. So whenever you get the time, you have to just spend it with them. If you don't get it, you just have to make the time to make sure you spend it with them. But make sure family time, as we Jamaican would say, family time make sure you have it. Every single weekend, make sure that you do something with your child. Make sure, because you want to make sure that the bond, it start from a early stage. You can't wait until they're 8, 9. That is when you're going to try to create that bond between them. Do it from early. Let them love you. Let the attachment start from an early stage, because yes, they're going to understand that you're a mother, you're the mother, and so forth. But what more? What more? But then get it in the head that, okay, on Saturday I paint with my mom. On Saturday I play football with my mom. On Saturday I play with my dad, and so forth. Make sure that they get it in the head. They get that. Because you see, if they don't, you're going to realize that someone is going to come and they're going to replace you in that child life, whether it be a next family member or a total stranger. And I believe sometimes when you listen to children being abused, I believe that is one of the main reason why it happened, because we leave that space, that void in their life, for someone now to come and to try to get attached to them. Some, play with them. So that a man over there want to play with them, and maybe you go play with them, something else go happen. All of them little something there. And when they get in the attention, nothing is nice to them. Like when someone is giving them the time and day, when they realize that they're the apple of that person's eyes, nothing no sweet so. I guess that's why them say my son in grandmother the first pricky and the second pricky, because him knows that with these two persons it's like, okay, then him get away with everything, him get away. Sometimes he not even get away with me, and he get away with them. Sometimes it hurt my feelings. When I say it hurt my feelings, I mean it hurt my feelings. So make sure that you spend the time with them. Teach them right from wrong. Don't make them get it in their head that sitting down playing, no, on tablet. Take it away from them. Nothing wrong, Hold on. Let me drink some water. Right. Nothing no wrong, when they play with the tablet, But you see, when you realize that they're playing with it too much, that is where the problem is. Take it away from them. Make sure say you and them have that time and so forth. Make sure say them have it. I said to my son, Dad, that make sure that going to the barber is for you and him thing. And that I said to him. I said, make sure I said that a for you and him thing. So school's supposed to start Monday now. I need to go call him and remind him, say I need to come and carry my barber. I said, make sure that that is your thing. Where every 2 weeks you come, you collect him and you go trim him and so forth. Make sure say that I feel he knows say okay then. That I feel me and my father thing. I saw me look on things. If at the end of the day that I feel them problem, not mine, you have to make sure that you, if the person is not in their life, meaning living the same household, make sure that you provide the person with the opportunity that they need to be a part of their children's life or the child life. Don't take that away from them, because you and the person is not together, you and the person can't live good. Make sure you provide it. So you see, when you give them the invitation and they fail to accept it, they fail to live up, hey, they can't say it is because of you. They have to blame themselves. So make sure so you find the time and you spend it with them. If you realize that you have your daughter and your daughter is someone who loves to do hair, as much as one time if she go do fear and it mad, sit down and make she mad it up. Sit down in front of her with the comb, make she go and mad it up. And you wear the mad hairstyle for your day. You walk around in the house with your mad hairstyle for your day. Make people know say, oh, my daughter can do hair. And when you're looking at a mirror, you want dead with laugh, because you see the one plait go left, one plait up in the ear, the next one. You laugh about it. So when you realize that's what the child, if a daughter, the daughter love to hear, you make the daughter do your one. If it's a daughter who love to be in the kitchen, you make the daughter do that. If it's a son who love to fix things, you and him do that together. Play, you do that. I remember last year when I was registering my son for school, and they said, what activity you want him to do? They said swimming, reading, karate, what other one? Dancing. I was like, okay, put him in karate. Jesus, these are the biggest mistake me make. The biggest mistake me make if you go put the pitney in a karate. The pitney can kick. And you want to see the little foot then. Sometimes you hear, like when we stand up your ear, ah, and all the hand movement him a go on with him. And I'm like, Jesus, please. He rough. And me with my mad self sometimes, stand up and I go on with my hand too and everything. You have to do them something there. As much as it annoy you, as much as you don't like it, you say once you realize that they're not putting themselves in danger, it is nothing that is going to harm them. You have to encourage them. You see, once they're not harming themselves and they're not harming others, encourage them. Do it with them. So if when you're looking at the ear, you see it look like your Bellevue patient. Hey, sit down. Make it do your ear one Saturday. Wash your ear every Saturday if you want, or every 2 weeks, and you go and you say, okay, daughter, me go wash my ear. I'll it for me and comb it for me. Make sure blow dry it and so forth. That is your moment. That is how you and your daughter bond. If it's subby, make it be like that. The next thing, we talked about it earlier, and never will talk about it again because I have a friend. Oh Lord. People, they have some friends. Them are the best and them are the worst thing. And the same thing they say about me too. Every day they tell me say they don't know how me do it. I say what? They say you come and work and you reach work sometime from 7. And when you reach work from 7, you there work and you chat from 7 o'clock, go straight back. You see, sometimes me even tired. When you hear, I remember the other day I was doing a presentation and I was there talking, and I said, why everybody has stare upon me so? And then there's a stare upon me, and I said, what me say? You know what me say, you know? I said, what me say? And then there's a stare upon me. Let me just continue. But what I realized, it wasn't anything but I said. They said that at the end, they were telling me how good the presentation was and everything. And it was a long meeting because the meeting started from 10 o'clock and it never ended until after 1. So imagine, after 10, then do that little part, then read this and then do that and then do that, And then start talk after that. You start, and Jesus, please. That's why I don't hear me say me chat for a living. I mean, not joke. Me literally chat for a living. Like next week, I was saying it to someone that I don't know how I'm going to manage next week. 3 days out of next week, I'm going to sit. I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen to people. I'm going to chat. And I'm going to chat for 8 hours. And it's not nice. When you sit down and you chat 8 hours, sometimes 9 hours. You see, sometimes you just drink the water, one bucket of water. Okay, so you drink this one, you throw it away, one next one, and I saw it go, because of how long you're talking for, and it tends to affect your voice. And I said, no, man. So you see, sometimes you just want to relax. You don't want to hear any voice. You not even want to hear your own. You don't want to see the phone. You don't want to hear nobody call upon the phone. You just want to relax and take it easy. And then you have these little beings. Mimi. And you have the headache, and then talking a then language. Sometimes you pick out 1 and 3 words and then go back in a then language and then chat. And you say, Jesus Christ, shut up now. Shut up. Because you just want to relax. Because imagine you sit for the entire day, you talk, you listen to people that talk for the entire day. Sometimes you just want to go in one little corner and we don't have nobody that say nothing. And when Baby, tapping eyes. All right, baby. Yes, baby. Tapping eyes now. Pick the tapping eyes and we are chat so much for. Mm-mm. No, no. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because you see, how I look at it, you see, whenever you leave a child for the entire day, and when you reach around them at the end of the day, and they start to speak to you, they start to talk to you in their own language and so forth. Sometimes you're not even understanding. I believe that it's because they're excited to see you. They're happy that finally Mimi is back home. So they're happy. So you realize that they the boy, all of that are gone because they're happy. Sometimes you hear them start tell you about the juice, then start tell you about the biscuit, then start tell you mine, they will hold on your handbag, mine. Because they're happy. When you hear my dog, them, remember me I tell you say a country me live in. When you hear them, okay. Right. So don't do that. As much as how at times it annoys us. I'm not gonna say you, I'm going to say us because it annoy the crap out of me sometime too. Me not lie. It annoy the crap out of me. Sometimes I just want peace, me just want quietness. But don't tell them to tappinize. Don't shut them up. You see, whenever you have a child and that child is vocal, that child is speaking, you have to be happy. When I said you have to be happy, you have to be happy. I know of a baby mother. She have a 5-year-old, and until this day, that 5-year-old is not speaking. Not a word coming out of the child's mouth. The only time you hear sound is when the child is crying. And sometimes you not even hear much. So you see, when you have that and they are speaking to you, be happy for it. Hi, Miss Barrett. Good night. Good night. Be happy. Encourage them. When you realize that then start in an unknown language, you don't know what them attack say, chat with them too. Yeah, me know. Me the day I work and work rough today, no baby. I say, my boss give me hell. Me can't bother with him and me can't bother. Just talk to them. Talk to them. If they will take up something and give you a toy, take the toy, start talk to them about the toy. But don't try to shut them up. Encourage them. You see, sometimes you see some people, and I'm talking about young adults and public speaking, communication, they are failing at it. Guess why? Because when they were younger, no one encouraged them to speak. No one. I remember this young girl, and she said that when she was growing up, because she couldn't speak properly, people used to ask her which country she come from because of the way she sound. And because of that, she never liked speaking. She never liked talk. And right throughout, she was very good when it comes on to book, but when it comes on to communication, she wasn't so wonderful. So you see, whenever you have situation like those, encourage them to speak. Make sure. You see, if you realize that their argument, encourage them. Maybe they're going to become a debater. So argue with them. If they want to tell you, if you want to look for something like, yeah, you argue back, even when you don't know what they're saying. Encourage them, motivate them, not shut them up as much as how it annoy you. You have this thing, a little thing. Oh Lord. Oh, there's this little boy. People are a rich boy. When I say rich, a rich people. He no eat dumpling, he no eat rice, he no eat yam, he no eat potato, he no eat, he eat no food. He no eat no food. All the people want to eat is burger, chicken sandwich, KFC, and pizza. That's all the people want yam. Not even Pediasure the people no want drink. Pure fast food. And when me look on it, I say, why? When I say, so you're not giving him food, he's not gonna eat that, he's not eat it, you know, and them something they pay KC Burger King. And I'm like, what? Okay. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Make sure that you give them their fruits every single day. If it's a ripe banana, you give them the ripe banana. If it's an apple, you give them the apple. If it's an orange, you give it to them every single day. Make sure you give them their fruits. Make sure you give them like a vegetable. Make sure you give them food. You see, sometimes when you see a picture them and you wonder how they get so big and fat, how them start to act certain way, is because of the type of food that we're giving them. It full of the hormones and it doesn't get to them. So please feed them properly. Sorry. Feed them properly. Give them good food. They give them the fast food. You don't have no nutrients in it. Don't give it to them. Me mean pay KFC, pay pizza. The people want to eat. And I'm like, no, not do that. Not do it. No, this week I got 3 reports in my phone. And when I was looking at them, one, this young boy, he came 11th in his class. The next one, they never placed them. But it was a good report and so forth. I mean, I look on it, and I say to the person, I say, them I say them need to go speak to the teacher because them can't understand. Because last term, the average was much higher. And the child had come, must say 15th or something like that. Now the child must have come 11th. And the average was higher last year than now. I say, so we are going to talk to the teacher for? No, because the average go down. I'm talking about a 7-year-old pitney, I'm not talking about a 14-year-old. I'm not talking about a 15-year-old. I'm talking about a 7-year-old. I say, so what are you going to talk to the teacher about? Him not understand how the average go down. The average shouldn't go down. And I'm like, no. Me say, what you do for the child? Him not do nothing. Me say, what do you mean? Because you see what I realize? These children, they will do stuff just because they want to hear from mommy or daddy. I am proud of you. Come give me a hug. I'm happy for you. Give me a hug, baby. I'm going to treat you. You don't have to give them anything fancy, Sometimes you just have to go to Devanos, buy a little ice cream, or you carry them in a one store and buy them a new toy. That's it. It don't have to be anything much. But whenever you realize that they're performing and they're doing well, even if there's just a little teeny piece that you're not in agreement with, sorry, don't let the child know or anything. Encourage them just the same. I was saying to him that you have to bear in mind that during the first term in school, you have children, they are coming from various backgrounds and so forth. So you have some, they will do extremely well. And everything are gone. Because you see, when them second now, that's when the real competition start, or that is when the agony start. Because remember, the first term, you have put a set of people in the classroom. Everybody, if they're not coming from the same grade or the same school before, they're just seeing each other. They don't make no friend yet. So you see, when you see them make the friend now and then start rampant everything, guess what? The average might go down and you realize the average for most of them in the class gone down, but they're going up. Because the pitney them second, the pitney ready for run up and down and ramp. Them used to them one another. They know each other. And so they're comfortable with them. And that is what we have to understand. But I don't believe that at 7, you should be worrying about your child average. As me look panting. You see, what I believe is that as a parent, when you get a report, and if you see English, 84, maths, 95, and you look again, you say where the grades for English is in the 80s or the 70s, then maybe what you need to start to do now is to try to see how you're going to improve on that. Whether it's going to be some spelling, some extra lesson, or something. That is what you're supposed to do. But what I realize, I'm not afraid for chat. English is one of the biggest weakness here in Jamaica for our students, because as much as you're in some of the highest office here in Jamaica, every wall we chat patois. When we say the whole we chat patois, I mean the whole we chat patois. When you look on the politician them, sometimes when you hear them, especially when it comes on to election time, patois. So because of that, most people struggle with the English language here in Jamaica. They mix up is, are, was, were, those simple things. They mix them up because of how we here in Jamaica communicate. The patois is like, that is our main language. We chat more patois than English. I mean, not lie. Even sometime in the office, when you're among your colleagues, I pay a patois you chat. The only time you talk English is when you're going meetings and you're doing presentation, you're doing interviews, you're doing consultation. That is when you start to speak the English and so forth. But different, hey, strictly patois. You chat it, you're comfortable with it. So because of that, our children, it's the same thing. So you see what we have to do? You have to try to speak the standard English around them, even when it's hard. And if you realize number is their problem, you try to teach them, get them some maths game and so forth, and try to encourage them. But if a lot of us, and I'm saying us, I say us because I am included. If a lot of us spend more time with our children, we do what we're supposed to do, I believe that they will be better individuals when they grow up. Yes, I understand that when they become an adult, they can make their choices. They can do as they please, But at least let it be said that, it's not because of what your mother did. It's not because of what your dad did, but it's because of their own free will. Let it be said like that. You have some men, mothers, fathers, they not see them children. They not spend no time with them. Even if it's a weekend, make sure that you sacrifice it for that child. If a child they are Timbuktu, you go pick up the pitney and make sure say the pitney spend the time with you. That's what you have to do. Don't try to rob, whether it be the mother or the father, of spending time with the child. Don't do that. Because this is sometime at the end of the day, guess who regret it? You. You who are try block the relationship that the man supposed to have with him pitney. When the pitney get big now, you hear, because of you, me not have a good relationship with my father. Because of you, bet me not have this, and so forth. So you have to be very careful what you do. One heap of parents, they look and they said, okay, I'm doing it for the best, in the best interest of the child. That's the reason why they're doing it. But when you really look on it, guess why they might do it? They might do it because they want punish the man, they want punish the woman. They might do it because they're selfish. Them just look at the fact that, okay, this person hurt me, this person did that, and that's the reason why they did certain things. They don't want to think. Them say, okay, you don't see the pitney. Before you see the pitney, me rather move. Go Montego Bay. Me rather move go Hanover. Me rather go Florida. Me rather go Panama, go live or so forth. You have some people who think like that because they don't want the man to have a relationship with the child, or the female to have a relationship with the child. But you see, it's the same thing with us as human beings. You see, sometimes when you look at it, we ourselves, we are robbed ourselves, of having a good relationship with our parents, or even with the father up above. And when you look at things, you see, you have those who you love, you have to make sure that you spend the time with them, because you're here today and tomorrow you might be gone. You don't know what the future holds. So you can't be, because of your job, because of certain things that happen in the past, you jeopardize a relationship that you can have with your child, with your mother, with your father. No, don't do it. Because at the end of the day, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, none at all. So plan. When I said plan, I mean plan. Plan for your child future. Make sure, say, at the end of the day, when they reach that age, if sickness come, if anything will come, even if you don't have the 100% of anything, make sure it's at least 50, 60, 75, you have a little portion. Then you not have nothing at all. You don't have to be rich to provide for your child. It is how you think. It is your mindset. You see, if you're someone that believe that, oh, me can do this tomorrow, you put it off from today, you say, all right, tomorrow me can go start that account. Oh, all right, tomorrow me can go take out that policy. No, you have to think about no, no. You see, at the end of the day, we love them, we love them even more than we self. You have to make sure that them all right. They're taken care of. So you have to plan for them. Make sure that you provide them with a comfortable life. Make sure that at the end of the day, they can't say, my mom didn't do this, my dad didn't do this. No. Give them the opportunity that they need to succeed in life. Give them that opportunity. You see, we never get it, We never get it. Whether it be because our parents never have it, or something, we never get it. So you see, because now you are in a position where you can do it for your child, make sure that you do it. Make sure. Because you see, when you sit down, you're going to see everything creep up on you. And the next thing that I always say to people, and me not think people understand. I remember I was speaking at a function some time ago, and I said to individuals that sickness is one of the weirdest thing. When I said it's one of the weirdest thing, I mean it is one of the weirdest thing, because you can be a millionaire. You can be a millionaire. You think say everything all right, and then lo and behold, you get some sickness. Wipe out the bank account, one go. Wipe it out in a year. Maybe you start the year with a $10 million in the account, and by the time December come, because of sickness, you're left with a $10,000. So you see, because of that, oh, funny it is, you have to make sure say you plan for it. So if it means say you're gonna get up, you're going to call an insurance agent, you're going to take out a policy to say, okay, then if I'm supposed to be diagnosed with this, what me I go get? How much money me I go get? How much money me pick me I go get? Me I go get my medical fee? Me I go get a monthly payment? What? Make sure that you do that. Because if you don't, and you think say, okay, you save up enough, it can never be too much. Sometimes you save, sometimes you have that policy, and you think you have the money and everything all right. No, it's still not enough. So that's the reason why it's always good for you to have insurance. And you know what's the sad thing, people? I realize here in Jamaica, people don't value insurance, and I'm not joking. Here in Jamaica, they don't value insurance. You have people and they will tell you that they don't have an health insurance, they don't have a life insurance. And you wonder, okay. You see, when you look on the rich people, them, oh Lord, whenever you hear about the rich man where dead or something, and you hear how much money them they get, and you wonder how them so fortunate because their parents provide for them. So make sure say you think about them something there. We don't like to think about it, but you have to, because you can never tell what the future holds. If you have a bank account, make sure say you run go put somebody name on it. Who you can trust, who you can put as the trustee. Don't let your name alone be on that bank account, because you see, if your name alone on that bank account, and if something's supposed to happen, it have to go through one bag of rigmarole. Worse if you're not left no will. Worse if you're not left no will. So make sure that you have the children name on it, you have a trustee, or you have the child name. Just make sure that you prepare for them, you plan for their future, plan every single thing. And when we say plan every single thing, I mean plan every single thing. People, when we say me weird, me weird. Me not joke. Me plan when me I buy clothes, me pitney. Me not joke. Me plan when me I buy clothes, me pitney. So you see, because I shop at Cookies and the children place, and I know when they're having the sales, I will shop when it comes on to January. Like now, I'm going to shop when summer is drawing close because they have sales. So at them time there, sometimes they always have sales, don't get me wrong, they always have sales. But you see, when it comes on to the end of a season, oh Lord, you get some wonderful deals. So you see, because of that, me plan when me I shop for my boy. The other day, me shop for him, and even some 4-year-old, 5-year-old outfit, me buy if he pick me already. He's big, he's 2, and he's wearing, what he's wearing, 40. He's wearing 40 now, yeah, 40 he's wearing. Because he's tall, and him little bit fat, and not really little bit fat, but he have on a little weight for him little age, not too fat. So because of that, him wear big size. He now wear the little size, a big size, and you have to remember him father is 6 something. His grandfather 6 something to chopped in man. So when you look on it, you can see say I'm getting grandfather bill. Even in granny say it, say she can't believe say the grandson now look more like the grandfather than he look like the papa. So me plan everything. When me I go buy him shoes, when me I buy him clothes, and so forth. I know not everyone is fortunate to do that, but you have to make sure you try your best how you're going to do it. If you have to go do it on Shein, if you have to go do it at the Chinaman store, just the thrift shop, try and see how best you can do it, because they are our responsibility. We're supposed to take care of them. We're supposed to provide for them. And the only way you're going to be able to provide for them the right and proper way is when you plan for their future. So guys, thank you so much for joining tonight. Please hit the like button for me, please. Please hit the like button. It's a joy to see them, so teach them good. They will learn from us. Exactly, Kirk. Good night, Miss Barrett. Oh, I said good night already. Right. So please hit the like button for me, please, guys. I have 32 individuals on the live tonight. Thank you so much for joining. You could be anywhere tonight, but you choose to come and chill in the dark with your girl, Kay. Let me, I'm sure I make a light. Right. So thank you so much for joining. And I hope you all will have a wonderful weekend. I'm not going to be back tomorrow. That's one thing for sure. I have schoolwork, so you won't be seeing me until maybe Sunday night or sometime next week. So thank you so much for joining. Please have a wonderful night. Enjoy your weekend. And please make sure that you spend time with your loved ones. Spend time with your children. Cook some good food. Or if you can't cook, take them out and have a nice dinner, nice lunch. But spend time with them as best as possible. So thank you so much for joining. Have a pleasant good night, one and all.